The Preston and Steve Show on 93.3 WMMR.
Please welcome Michael and Kevin Baker.
Yeah!
Back to our studios this morning. How you guys doing?
Good.
How you doing?
We're doing wonderful. Well, we're going to talk about the show coming up at the Electric Factory in a little while, but I know that I didn't get to make it to the one of those final shows at the Spectrum. Were both of you guys there, or Kevin, was it just you?
No, we were both there. We were not playing. We were just introducing Daryl and John, and it was pretty great. You know, I actually had the opportunity when I was a kid to go to a lot of the shows at the Spectrum from the time I was a little boy because my best friend's dad was one of the promoters there, and
well, that's cool.
So it was like a real memory blast, you know, to walk back in those halls.
Yeah.
And the place was packed. I mean, it was amazing kind of energy there.
Would you ever consider, because they're actually selling pieces of it off as, you know, nostalgic memorabilia for people? Did it impact you enough where you think you might pick up something from there? Or
no.
Those beautiful seats.
Not at all.
No.
What stands out from your memories of going to see shows? Or is there any one that was like, oh my God, I can't believe I saw that?
Yeah, I guess the Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Commodores open for the Stones, I think.
Commodores used to kick ass.
Yeah. And I think I saw the Stones maybe 3 times there.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin. And,
you saw Zeppelin, really?
you know, I mean, a bunch of acts. God, it was amazing.
When did you move out of the Philadelphia area?
When I was 17, which was 76.
And did you ever move back? Did you ever have a residence here part-time?
No.
Okay.
No, our dad, though, lived at 21st and Locust until, about just
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Mike, how about you? When did you leave the area?
I went to Nashville in 72, and I was there till about the 80s, and I was in Philly for a couple of years, and New York, I think, probably 83, something like that.
Was Nashville, were you trying to rock the country side of things?
Not so much. You know, Nashville's always threatening to become sort of a pop center, and it never really does. But
right.
I had a record label down there. I was on Monument, but I was doing, you know, same kind of stuff I'm doing now.
Yeah, Nashville is, I mean, as far as like studio music.
Another perception is that you're just dealing with country, but yeah.
No, there's a ton of great. Mark Knopfler makes a living in Nashville.
Yeah, a lot of people move down there. It's you know, it's not just a country thing, and it's really a writing center, which is really inspiring when you go down there.
You know what? Speaking of country music, last night, just by happenstance,
the CMAs?
I was flipping by, and the CMAs were on last night, and I came across a band doing a cover of Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Was it good?
It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea. What's it?
Do you know what
I have no idea who it was, but they weren't dressed like country artists. They were dressed like almost pseudo-grungy. And they were ripping through Devil Went Down to Georgia.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. And actually,
I mean, the music, and you guys would probably agree to some extent that you know that's country now is a little bit of a hybrid. It's not. We're not talking Waylon Jennings anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's definitely a sound that you know, where country are basically kind of rock songs, and
right.
and then you know they put a fiddle on it or a pedal steel in it. You know,
that makes it a country song. Yeah.
When you guys weave some various styles, a little R&B, a little folk and stuff like that, does some country pop up as influence?
It does, actually.
Definitely.
Yeah. We actually went down recently and did a show at the Grand Ole Opry.
How was
That's
that?
got to be cool.
That was amazing.
It was great.
It was everything I had hoped it would be. We partnered with do you remember the Bellamy Brothers?
Sure, yeah. If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. That was Bellamy Brothers.
Right. Yeah, and Let Your Love Flow. That was,
sure,
and,
yeah.
So
absolutely.
we have a single out with them that we partnered with them.
Okay.
And one of the things we learned in Nashville is, you ever heard of a hat light?
No.
But when you do TV in Nashville, there are these 2 lights that are down by your feet, and they shine up in your face because you can't see the guys
under the cowboy hat.
That's
great.
Hat light.
Yeah.
I like that. We were actually talking yesterday off air in preparation for you guys coming in, and your history with Philadelphia and your family's history in Philadelphia. There was like a great city planner, right, Nick, that you brought up?
Your grandfather? Was it Edmund?
Your father. Yes.
That's your dad?
Yeah, Dad, yeah.
Okay, and he did a lot of, I guess, city planning and was really influential in town for a long period of time in Philadelphia. What did he do? What is his legacy?
Well, he was the city planner for Philadelphia during a time where there were enormous amounts of resources to go into the centers of cities that were kind of down on their heels and revitalize them. And his concept was, you get the center city going and it spreads.
He was right.
And I think it really has been proven, and he was one of the first people to to really implement that.
And he's got a street named after him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, at Bacon Way.
Ed Bacon Way. Where is it?
Stock Street.
Oh, okay.
It is Dock Street?
So if you go up
Side
there,
hill.
there's one of the street signs has that
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
I did not know
Is there
that.
anything we can do about actually paving that instead of the cobblestone?
We love all the nostalgia, but it rattles your feelings out.
It's for all the pregnant women.
Dude, I made the mistake of riding my Vespa on cobblestone. It was scary. Yeah, it was a very scary moment.
Yeah, you could take a nasty spill.
Yeah, I was going very slow.
Well, now the thing that you're involved in is again classically Philly. Your support of the Mummers has been awesome, and they've been in dire straits for a couple of years. Last year was almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you have a concert coming up.
Yeah, well, the way it really happened is Kevin wrote this, what I consider a really great song. I can say that because I didn't write it. But it's about a kid who grew up in Philly and decided to go out to L.A. and do something, acting or whatever, and didn't work out that well, and dreamed of coming home. And we started playing all over the country. And
You played it on the show here.
And we played on the show and other places. But I tell you that the Mummers are not well known outside of Philly, which I was really surprised because that's so much a part of all of our childhoods. The sound, the everything. So once we heard that that the city had cut off funding, we figured, well, maybe we can partner with them and we're going to raise some money for them and they can help us with their song. And we came down to Philly and we put about 25 of them on our song, did a remix and a video that we're giving them for fundraising. Then we're doing this concert on December 5th at the Factory.
Cool. Yeah, because it was close to not happening last year.
Yeah, I mean it was really getting down to the wire.
And it's been how? Do you guys know how many years it's been in existence? The
very early 1900s officially. But it goes back to the Swedes in 1650 or something. They would go out and shoot guns. That's
really?
I'm glad they reeled that in. Especially in now today's climate.
Now you guys have you re-recorded New Year's Day the song?
We did. We re-recorded it, and Michael worked with one of the arrangers from the Mummers, and we got sort of an all-star band that came in and put on their kind of signature style of music. And then we also recorded with Bunny Sigler, who's a great R&B singer, Philadelphia kind of legend.
Right.
And Bunny put new vocals on it for us, and it's great.
Well, I have to ask you, doing the concert, are you going to be in town for the actual parade? Are you going to be able to make it this year?
Sure.
Okay. Are you going to be Grand Marshal position?
I haven't heard anything about that.
I mean, it's an obvious, not unless they get Jervis from Survivor.
I saw him last night.
Wait, now would you dress up? Would you guys put on the giant outrageous costumes for something like that?
Never say never.
Yeah, apparently I didn't know what was going on here. Chuck knows, but there's a 4-year-old kid here. He is a huge fan of Kevin Bacon. Came in here.
Really?
To meet him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What's his name?
His name's Sam.
Where's Sam?
Sam's over there. I didn't know he was coming in. Did he coordinate with you, Nick? Or
Yes.
Did he, oh, cool.
I didn't know
cool.
we were doing anything on air.
Me neither, Chuck.
How you doing, Sam?
Oh, okay. Well, he first
Come on over,
got
buddy.
into you with the film Wild Things.
Yeah.
Actually, he brought I think a copy
it was
of
the Woodsman, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, huge Woodsman fan. No, he brought his own copy of Tremors and was going to ask Kevin to sign it.
Oh, that's really awesome.
He likes. He told me out in the green room that he likes creepy and crawly things.
Oh, so Tremors is right.
That's why he loves Tremors. That's
Sam,
perfect.
could you send a letter to these people and tell them to put me on the cover of the DVD?
I know.
Who's on the cover? Is anybody
got
on
a
the cover?
Sharpie?
The giant worm is on the cover with the teeth coming out of the ground.
All right,
There you go.
Kevin's going to
you go,
sign
man.
that for Sam. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, gentlemen, always great to see you. Thank you so much for
Thanks for
stopping
your help
by.
with the show.
You got it.
Appreciate
Our
it.
pleasure.
Okay.
The Bacon Brothers, ladies and gentlemen.